Hey guys, Kyle Miller here with Mortgage Brokers Ottawa. A couple of things that have crossed my plate this week that I wanted to enlighten people on, or just elaborate on a little bit, because it's, like I said, it's come across my plate. So I think it's information some people could find useful. So one, divorce, it happens a lot. What's the stat? 55%, something like that. Unfortunate, but it does happen. And one thing that you might want to know is you can actually refinance your house when you're in a divorce separation to up to 95%. So what usually happens is you can't refinance your house past 80% of the value, leaving about 20% equity in the home, which is tough to get out unless you sell. But if someone in the divorce wants to actually hold on to the house, then what happens is they can, as long as they can float, 95%. Financing, right? And the rest of that money can be given out to the partner. That's oversimplified. There's other stipulations in there, but generally speaking, that can be done. So if that's the situation you're in, and it's unfortunate that you are in that situation, but if it is, there is a way to get most of that money out of there without necessarily selling the family home, which I know can be very tough. I can empathize with people in that situation for sure. Second thing, if you are in a situation where you're getting divorced, separated, something like that, maybe even if you're at the point where you feel like that's something that's on the horizon in some way, one thing you want to do, I don't care what side of the fence you're on this, like if it's your fault, their fault, not your fault, just stuff falling apart, you need to protect yourself in terms of, again, it comes up before, come up again, credit. You need to protect yourself in terms of your credit, right? If you've got everything joint, or everything in one person's name because they made way more money and could just get you everything that you wanted, and you've been stay-at-home parent and don't have credit and stuff like that, that's not good. It was cool at the time, it was working for you, and that's great, but now that it's not working for you anymore, you have to protect yourself. You have to get yourself back in the credit game, because when that relationship ends and you're back out on your own, having no credit is not going to help you whatsoever, right? You need to be protected in that space. You need to be protected with credit. So you need to have your own to show that you have a credit rating, show that you can manage that credit rating. It doesn't matter that he or she was paying your bills for you. It just matters that it looks like you could do it, right? And on paper, which is the credit bureau. So if you're in that situation, make sure that you are protected, make sure that you've got stuff happening in your own name, and be careful with, maybe even, spending too much, or maybe buying that car because you're relying on someone else's income to help pay for that, because if that ever goes away, that could put you in a jam as well. I can elaborate on this stuff. I don't want to make the video too long. So if you have any questions on that, in terms of refinancing or details about how that works from a divorce or separation standpoint, or even, what I might be talking about and want some specifics on the credit and things like that, by all means, drop me a line. Email is good, phone call is good, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, that's all good too. And we can get those details cleared for you. Hopefully you never have to go down that road. But if you do, just be prepared. Be careful, and yeah, here to help. So have a good day.